Have you ever felt lost? Have you ever wanted to do your own thing, but the fear of what people might say chained you down? Have you ever done what everyone else was doing? Not because you believed in it, but because you wanted to look like the good son, the good believer, the good guy? And the moment you try to go against the program, the moment you try to question, it's always the same. You are stupid, you are rebellious, you are the problem, you are disloyal. That's not faith, that's not love, that's not truth, that's fear. Even Einstein said, blind belief in authority is the greatest enemy of truth. Even the greatest mind that ever lived saw through theater too. And fear? Fear is faith in the wrong direction. Stay with me now, because by the end of this video, I'm going to tell you a personal story of mine about fear that still haunts me to this day. I've sat in sermons where all I heard was rebellion, rebellion, rebellion. Rebels got swallowed by the earth. Rebels' bodies swell until there's nothing left to repent. Rebels are twice death, plucked by the roots. And I'll be real with you, I've always lived according to the rules of everyone else. The pastor, my mother, and the community. It wasn't necessarily wrong, but it's always based on fear. Fear of being seen as bad. Fear of being seen as a son who doesn't love God, even though I do. Fear of being told you don't love God because you don't go to church as often. You just want to come and have fun. That kind of talk, it builds a fear to perform. Fear of eyes on me. Not worship, just survival. Not growth, just acting. It's not just in church. In mosque, I thought curiosity shamed as pride. Who are you to ask that question? Are you more wise than the imam? Even in workplaces, I've heard bosses hide band culture. Be a team player. Don't rock the boat. Just smile and nod. Even in politics, I've heard patriotism use gag order. If you love this country, you would never question it. Different rooms, different language, but the same spell. That's not loyalty, that's control. This is why fear works. Fear bypasses reason. You don't have the chance to analyze, you obey. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe fear do has its place. Fear stops children from touching fire. Fear stops people from running red lights. And this reminds me of a story when I was younger, around 6 or 7. The age doesn't matter. I had a female friend. She pulled me to the room next door, put a blanket over us, pulled her pants down and said, "Do it." I was scared. Fear ran through me. I was in awe, curious, confused, insecure. I thought to myself, what would God think? What would my parents think? Is this who I am? And that fear stopped me. It stopped me from doing something I don't understand. And that story still haunts me to this day. So maybe fear protects. Maybe fear do align people. Maybe fear keeps the world turning. But here's what I noticed. I noticed if fear was truly enough, we wouldn't need to repeat it endlessly. Fear doesn't change hearts, it cages them. That's why they repeat it again and again and again. The swollen body, the earth opening up, the layoff, the enemy at the gates. Not for education, but for engraving. Fear is everywhere. Why we go to school, why we go to work, why we go to church, why we go to mosque. Most people don't go because they love God. Most people don't go because they want to grow. They go because they fear hell. They fear being seen as bad. They fear being rejected. And even in prayer, most people don't pray because they believe. They pray because they hope. And hope is not belief. Hope is a wish. Belief is a conviction. Hope says maybe. Belief says thank you. I saw this truth even in anime. In Ichigo, Bleach's teacher says, there's fear in all your actions. You fight because you fear what might happen. But that's the wrong posture. You don't fight because of fear. You fight because of belief. Fear says, I don't want my friends to be cut. Belief says, I will not let you cut my friends. Fear keeps power in their hands. Belief puts power in yours. And if you really look around, fear seems to be taking control of everything we do. Fear of bills, fear of being cheated on, fear of being alone, fear of being a loser, fear of not meeting my parents' standards, fear of being seen wrongly, fear of being a failure, fear of death. We call it normal life, but it's the spell of fear And here's what my childhood moment taught me. Fear can stop me from doing stupid things, but only truth can show me why I shouldn't do it. So do not miss this. Rebellion is not the same thing as questioning. Rebellion is chasing power. Questioning is surviving. And discernment is growth. Fear is a hook. Fear is a leash. Fear is a spell. And once you've felt it, you've known the theater has begun. Fear begins the test. Theater eyes the truth. But truth is where you find yourself. If this broke something inside you, don't just scroll past. Hit the hype button right now. Push this message higher because someone else is still clapping for control. And in episode 2, we pull back the curtain, we expose the theater, and when the mask drops, you won't look at the leaders the same way again.